Okay. Yeah, I figured it out. We're on fucking Tuesday. This is why Steam's bugging out. That makes way more sense now. That muted will work. I think I might have turned that off. I don't know. Did that get turned off? No, trigger fire should fire. Trigger fire might also need reset then. Fucking hell. If everything's just bugged out, that wouldn't shock us. That would not shock us. Let me see if I can fix that quickly, because that will annoy me. Trigger fire and Streamlabs. Oh wait, did I just aye, did I actually just turn that one off? Aye, I might actually have just turned that one off. I forgot about that actually. See if I can find it now. Muted. The fact I can't see it means it must be near the back of the page. No, no, it's a video you'd have to... Oh my god. Ah, yeah, sorry, yeah, I have turned that one off. I have turned that one off. I can see the big button. So the other ones work, but that one won't. That one won't. Cloudbot is in fact on. That's all good. Yeah, because I was only got DMCA'd on YouTube. Yeah, so we couldn't be allowed that one to still exist. Maybe we make new ones. The Batberry ones still work though. They should still work. But yeah, we got back from Spain. I actually got back from Spain fucking early as shit today. It was like I think I was home for like 11. The plan initially was, oh, I'll go on stream, play some DbD. That was the plan. But what happened? Oh yeah, the PC was not ready. I forgot none of this was set up for when I left. Like the room's a disaster now because I left it a relative hard disaster. Fixable, very fixable, but just not today. That's a tomorrow job. But yeah, we flew out to Spain on the Thursday. We went. I don't even know if I can pull up images. That's the annoying part. Let me see if I can pull up images. Where am I? Should be able to. Should be able to. How come you're not tanned? Because I was playing cards. I was indoors all day. There was only like 2 days where we were out in the sun, to be honest with you. And like, I don't tan unless I'm like out and not having sun cream on and stuff. Like, if I'm sun creamed up, there ain't no tanning happening. That is kind of how it goes. I'm hoping this loads this the right way around, but I've got a feeling this is about to do it the other way around, which is horrendous. Oh my god, did it actually do it that way? If I scroll to the very bottom, I should have all the photos I took while in Spain. Alright, okay. So let's try to see, where did we start? Where did we start? Where actually did we start? Jesus. Oh my god, I have no idea where we started. Oh, for the love of fuck. This has actually became a fucking nuisance. Because I'm having to I'm having to do shit on the fly. I don't enjoy this, guys. I do not enjoy it. I think I'm also just too tired to try and fuck around with. Why is nothing working? Why the fuck? Right, I've got the nothing's working. Nothing's working. We've bugged everything out. I can't. Right, I need this to create the image. Why are you not copy? Oh, please just copy. Ah, it's being so fucking. It's being a right bastard. Is what it's being. It's going to make me have to. I'm gonna have to file the. Yeah, I'm not. I cannot be fucked. trying to get this to work. I really can't. Right. I'm going to fix this and we're going to stream tomorrow because I actually cannot. Like, it won't even. I'm trying to get like the images, and I've taken so many photos. I've actually taken too many photos, to be honest, is what's happened, right? And I'm trying to like find the correct amount to show the ones I want to show. I'd need to put them all in a folder because that's a mess without just going through every single one of them. Yeah, we're not doing this. Right, we're going to tap. We're going to just accept a loss tonight. Annoyingly, I'm really pissed off about this. It would have been fine if just DbD worked. That's the thing. Like, if I try to launch it again, it's just going to do the same thing, isn't it? Fucking hell. It's just nothing's working, Thomas. Nothing's working. I hate what I hate, right? I've always hated this, right, when it comes to streaming. I don't like the see if I've got my plan, right? And then everything's working, and then the moment we go live, it's for some reason stops working. I don't have backups. I don't like doing backups at all. See, DbD, like, is this like it's now saying updated? That said 2 seconds ago. No, it says updated 3 weeks ago, which makes no sense because we've just updated it. So maybe the update's bugged. Oh my goodness. Right, one minute. I got an idea. Give me a second. Give me a second. Because I don't know what these vids at the bottom are, because it doesn't show me what they are. And I did take a lot of videos as well. So I would rather show you it all when I can curate it a lot better. Because some of the photos, some of the places, fuck it, let's just talk a little bit about Spain. Because I actually had the most fun I've had in a while. As much as the current scenario isn't fucking dictating that. Spain was a crazy amount of fun. I wonder if I can do this. Aye, give me 1 second. I am going to quickly, while we're talking about it, folder up a bunch of the photos, right? That's what we're going to do. Oh, man. What the fuck are they? Oh my goodness, camera. There we go, right. As I say, I took a bunch of videos as well, but without actually being able to see, because you can't see the thumbnail. That's crazy. Because I can't see the thumbnail for it, I can't tell what's what. And I would like to be able to not be like, oh, I did this, because I think most of them will be the castle we did. How can I go to view? There we go. Large icons. Hey, Steven! Let me see if this works. Nah, see, it won't show me. That's annoying that it won't show me that. That's so fucking stupid. So if I go from there, shift to there, shift to there, shift all the way down there, do a quick scan, none of them are dodgy and not for stream, but 99% sure they're not. Double checking though in case there's like a Bobby in one of them or something, I don't know. I think we're safe. I think we're safe. Right, so I'm going to move these over to pictures. I'm going to move them into daubers. Like that load. Right, give this a second. So how was Spain? So Spain was good. Now the flaw is I was going to play DbD and chat about it. Now I want to now show pictures. And the problem is I wasn't prepped for the picture part, so we've fucked everything. So give me a second, we'll quickly transfer all these. I'm going to chunk them all into their own folder so we can just flick through them as well. Because we left on Thursday night-ish, so it was 6 o'clock. So we left on the Thursday night, got there, got a taxi pretty easily. We actually bumped into Mike and Dan, who had also arrived at like the same time as us on the Thursday. So that worked out quite well. So we had a wee chat with them, then got a taxi. So it was me, Adam, and Matt. Emma and Murray and Scott were already there. They left in the morning, so they were there already, which was cool. We didn't realise Emma and Murray were there though, because they pulled a practical prank and said that they were actually getting the same flight as us. So we actually waited a little bit and nearly missed our flight. Right, let me see if I can do this correctly. Because we did actually good a bit of sightseeing. Shift to that one. And then, oh, I never made that folder. New folder. Spain trip. Right, okay, Spain trip. We're in Spain. We were in Alicante. We went to the Alicante region, and it was very good. I was legit happy with it. Right, there's a million videos that I'll not show, right? Because again, maybe have a Bobby out in one of them. I don't actually, right? But I can't see what the thumbnail is, so I can't remember what videos I actually took, which is annoying. I wish I could see the thumbnail for them. That's so annoying. Like, so I know, I'm sure it's mostly because like, so on the so we basically got there on Thursday night. We chilled. Oh, Bobby. We chilled, and then we I can make a slideshow, can't I? Well, Matt, I can do something really good here. Well, Matt, I think I can do something here. If I do this, add scene, image slideshow. That's what we're after. Let's just create a new one just so I can do this. Image files. That's what I'm after. Open that. Add files. Go to that one. Go to the Spain trip. Copy the fucking diddlers out of them all. Open. There we go, everybody. There we go. That's so fast. I'm going to slow that down a bit. Hold the bus, right? Let's not do that. Manual. Let's do manual for a second. Use hotkeys to control slideshow. Fuck, what are the hotkeys? Time between slides. Let's actually just change that. Or hotkey. Well, I'm going to actually quickly check what the fuck is the hotkey. It'll be this one. Oh, it will not be that. Oh wow, it's not that. Oh wow, hotkeys. Because I don't use hotkeys that often, ironically. Which is funny because now we've been fucked. Settings. Hotkeys for the slideshow. For the slideshow, what the fuck would that be? Disable that ban. Shot, be right back. Switch scene. Ending stream, game screen. What are we on? We're on the start. We're on the. We're on the. Oh my goodness. Where is this? Full screen. Here we go. Switch cameras back down. Extra. Show image 2. Show image. Ah, here we go. So I think it'll be this one. If I just do it as this. Apply. Right, let's see. Well, that's not one. Is that not the right hotkey? That has to be the right hotkey for that. Oh man, let me go to the. We're on full screen. Show image. Let's put it as K. To revert, clear, add. And then apply. That has to be it though. Oh, one minute. I'm gonna have to. I know what I've done. Then if I go to properties, always show. Yep, manual. But I mean, apparently now we might have to just make it automatic. Fucking hell. It says use hotkeys to the. How can you tell me, right, to use the hotkeys? But then when I put in the hotkeys don't work. Why does things have to be awkward? Right, when we're definitely on that screen. We're on that screen, but I'm going to just double check. There's no stupid ish fucking ruining my life. Game screen. Fireworks. Need to heat the keys up with a lighter first. Oh my goodness. Chat box. Celebrations. Cameras, BRB, BS, pixels, blur, background images, not window capture, Windows Tangier. It's showing me like I'm a bajillion. Oh, image slideshow. Here we go. Image slideshow. Let's put it as next slide K. Why is that telling me that's not a good idea? Fuck's sake. That one, let's do it right. Oh, let's do that as right. No, let's not do that as right. Let's do that as D. Apply. One of the two of these will work. Image slideshow D. There we go. I got it. Right, well, I do what I do. I want one last thing that I figured it out. Or I fucking off myself. That's horrendous, man. Hotkeys suck, man. Image slideshow. So it specifically wanted this slideshow. Right. So let's do. Aye, but how'd you get back? Shut up. You shush. You shut your fucking face. So I know it's this one, so we'll do A and D. And we'll do play and pause being space. Restart, we're going to do as R. And stop, we'll do as S. Right, apply. Okay. So that's restart up. Shit, push too many buttons. Okay, so that, restart. Right, so I can pause. Jesus fucking whipped. We got there eventually, everybody. We got there eventually. So, as I was saying, so we flew out on the Thursday. Got there, spoke to Dan, spoke to Mike, who had just arrived about the same time as us. They flew from Manchester though, obviously, but and then we went to the castle, the Santa Barbara Castle, because Murray wanted to do it. So we got two taxis because there was 6 of us. There was me, Emma, Murray, Matt, Adam, Scott. That was everyone in the house. So what we ended up doing was we went to the castle. I could have swore I took a photo. Oh, no, that way. I could have swore I took photos on the way up. But I'm looking at this and it doesn't seem like I did. The only thing I can think of is if they took the photos that weren't as, but they maybe further back. I wonder. I'm going to just quickly check. No, they can't be because I definitely took photos on the way up though. That's weird. Yeah, like I took a couple of photos on the way up, so maybe I didn't save them correctly. Oh, that's crazy. Or I took a video, maybe. I might have took a video. Again, that might be what's at the bottom, actually. That's probably actually what's happened. That is probably what's happened. That makes way more sense. So, like, we might not actually have the greatest shots of the actual castle, because it might be a video, so you'll have to see that later. I'm going to make a YouTube video on this anyway, though, but, so yeah, we flew in. Murray wanted to see the castle. I was quite happy to see the, or you can't stream it. No, oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. Or you could just stream it. The video files, Thomas, don't have a thumbnail attached to them. They just have a wee triangle. I took about 20 plus videos. I don't know which are which. So, whereas the photos will be in sequence of day, but the images aren't. Oh goodness, thank you. No, I meant they aren't included in the sideshow because they're not safe for stream. Also, that potentially, maybe, Well, some of them will be. Some of them are innocent. Nah, but it's mostly just because they're just I can't be fucked. I can't be fucked figuring out which is which. To then add it in. I also don't know how to add it into a slideshow, so I'm not even going to fuck around with that. Let's be honest. It took me 20 minutes to figure out the hotkey scenario, so let's assume the worst of my technical skills. So yeah, so we got there. We were on the left side of the mountain, as far as I'm aware, which turns out to be the not bad side to climb up. It was kind of steep at moments. Like it was more like steep but short. He's gotten this far. Let's not confuse the man. Yeah. And then, so our way winded up, whereas Murray, Emma, and Scott had the other side of the mountain. And apparently, they had like the steps the whole way up. So apparently, we got the definitely easy breeze. So eventually, we get to the top of the castle, and we take a couple of photos. The castle was awesome, though. The castle was really cool. I can't remember like this was just from the very top, looking over into the city as well, which was cool. Like, and you could see like you could go the whole way around. There was the docks on one side. This was just the city, for instance. Like this was like the other side as well. So like, I think I take a photo of the docks at some point, like all the way out there and stuff like that. But it was massive, like proper height to it as well. You're like top of a mountain as such. Like it was good. Um, and yeah, no, this was so Murray wanted to do this. I wanted to do this, but also against doctor's orders. This was also a questionable decision of what I did, but it is what it is. I didn't die, so we're fine. Down there is the bull ring from the Matadors as well. We went and seen that on the the Monday yesterday. We went and seen this yesterday as well. So yeah, take a bunch of the photos. Then there was like but there's loads of bits to it. Like it was massive. Like it was absolutely massive. I can't remember if I took many photos inside because initially I was good with photos, and then the heat was like battering us at one point as well. Like there we go. There's the docks. That's where you would go get your Royal Caribbean cruise from down there. That's where Vic would be. So it was cool. Like the whole thing was really really cool. Like the images I got were actually pretty decent as well because the city's massive. Like it is a fucking mega city as well. So eventually Murray and Scott and Emma do actually show up. So when they showed up, we'd been up in the top of the castle for like 45 plus minutes. So I was very happy to not be on it because it was boiling. So they were up and I took more photos from different angles because it was all different like ramparts and stuff like that. And then like the courtyard and stuff like that. And then Adam and Matt just sitting about. And then I had a beer. I had a beer one day. That was it. That was my one drink. And we went to the mushroom. This was on the same day. So after this, we went, had our lunch, and then we went and seen this mushroom thing. So Scott told us about this mushroom street, and we googled it. There's like Scott looking confused. Like apparently, I only took like a couple of photos of the mushrooms. They've got faces and shit on them. It's mental. Like the whole. I have no fucking clue what the thing was. Because Scott told us about it, so I hadn't actually a clue. I just googled like Mushroom Street on Alicante, and that's what we found. So yeah, we end up like going through, and there's like all the different parks and stuff like that. The place is massive, but it's one of those places like I don't know if I take many photos, but see like the trees in the background. There's all these like super old trees as well. There's like a pure like mega structure worth of trees. One thing you're definitely going to notice from a lot of these photos is Scott said he didn't want photos taken of him, so I made it my mission to like take photos of Scott. This was the guys on the walkway as well. I'll Photoshop myself into it later, but this was like the walkway was really cool. Like the whole city was awesome. Like the whole city was awesome. Like I was thoroughly enjoying myself. I don't know. On the day of I know it's like a big sandwich. You're like, what the fuck's he taking photos of that for? On the day of the event, though, the guys at Mundo Magic / the Warning team that were hosting the event basically said like, "Hey, we are ordering food from a good place. Everyone could order, kind of thing." So like, I went with a sandwich. I didn't take a photo of Matt's burger But see the length of that sandwich. Imagine that, but add an additional circle shape to that. That was the size of Matt's burger he got. They did say it was a giant burger, right? And I just kind of was like, oh well, if it's a big burger, I says, oh, maybe it'll be all right. But just a sandwich. The sandwich was massive, right? Like the sandwich was massive, but the burger was like genuinely that, but circle. Like so, add the circle part to that, and you've got what Matt had. Now, fair play, Matt finished it. I would never have finished it. I barely finished the sandwich, to be honest. And then we got cocktails on the on the Saturday. Yeah, after day one, um, Emma, Adam, and Scott went for food. Murray didn't like the place because he's a vegetarian. I wasn't too sold on it because there's certain like sort of shellfish and fish in general I'm not allowed to touch the now. So I was also kind of like not sold on it. So we went for a liquid diet. This was like my one only night of actual drinking. Then I went back to being a good boy. Just so you know, because I'm allowed to drink, just not a lot. So yeah, we had like 8 cocktails. I don't know what else happens in this night, so this could get disastrous. Because yeah, we like aye, and then we go to day two. So day two, we play. It's basically on day one. So I'll pause here for a second, right? So we don't skip it. I don't think it will skip. No, it does skip. Aye, cool. Fuck it, I'll leave it there. So day one, was pretty good actually. The event was actually a pretty solid one. The players at the Spain level were way better than I think many of us were assuming. Like, because I think that the thing that was like kind of going around for a lot of it was how much are they like a known community, which we really didn't know. Like, there was like this kind of like weird scenario where I just couldn't find them online. Like, I couldn't find them online. After now speaking to them all quite excessively, figured it out a lot. Turns out they're on WhatsApp, which is why I couldn't find them. And they have like this big community. There's like a 40+ community where they've got a handful of stores that they play at, but then for bigger events, they have their own studio. The warning, if you're part of the warning team, you pay a yearly annual subscription thing, like an annual payment to this to have this building basically that they've got, so they can hold more events. So like they have locked down like a community level scenario, which is amazing. It might actually be like by far the best community that exists, just because that's what they do. I think it's because the stores they have can't necessarily operate big events, so they need like a space. But the fact that they've all like banded together for this, and they play like Magic, they play Universities. I think they played One Piece. I think was the other one they said, but then they play a couple others. But obviously the idea is just they have an open space that they can then organise events for when it comes to the bigger scale ones that the stores can't run. So this one, they were saying the dance studio that they had hired for this event is just slightly bigger, but not by like a crazy. Apparently, it was like we didn't actually get a chance to see it, sadly, but they were saying like it was just a little bit bigger. So the dance studio where we're at playing this event's just slightly bigger in their space, which is why they went for it, just so they had the space, which I think is pretty cool, to be honest with you. But it is cool to know that they've got their own space as well. And if it's not that crazy much smaller, like you never know, there might be a smaller event you could run, knowing the numbers maybe for next time, maybe it works. Maybe not, but we'd have to figure that one out. But yeah, so we played on Saturday. I honestly can't even remember if I can pull up everybody's records. Let me see if I can pull up everyone's records from the UGN. For me, my day went a bit buzzed up is probably the best way to describe it. I didn't actually lose many games. I just had a crazy amount of draws. But the players were good. I think this was the thing that tripped a lot of us up. For instance, why is it doing that? I don't know. I think what tripped a lot of us up was the unknown of how good are these players going to be when you've never heard of a community and you don't know who's who's what kind of thing. Standings in Swiss is what we're looking for. Yeah, you don't know what to expect. So like, for instance, Mike finished first in Swiss with a 5 wins and 1 loss. Um, so like Emma finished in 11th. At Swiss at least finished in 11th. Emma went 3 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws. Scott finished 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 2 draws. And then Adam finished 3 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws. So they were 11th, 12th, and 13th. Then and Matt finished with 3 wins and 3 losses. I finished with 2 wins, a loss, and 3 draws. Dan, the other English man, that's a lovely chap, finished 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. And Murray was down in 30th with 2 wins, 3 losses, and a draw. So Murray had just literally came back to the competitive scene as well, to be fair. So he was trying something. I think it was working, but again, the unknowns of what you're going to be playing against, especially in a community that we knew was big because we knew there was a 40-player event happening, but we had no idea what was going to happen. So I was talking to people at Barkis and stuff, and Theo from the Warland team. So like they were kind of giving us a bit of correspondence, and we were able to work some stuff out, which was good. So yeah, day one went pretty well. Controversially, Adam and Emma could have made top 8. They both played each other in the last round. I'm happy the event had a good turnout. Well, that's so am I, because actually one of the things was like, it definitely gets said a couple of times online where it was like it was a small event. It was 47 players, but from me coming into universities slash UFS when I first started, that was like honestly the size of our nationals. So to be quite honest with you, I was not bothered by the idea that one whole community, and this is the thing I'm going to like massively state when it comes to how big that community is. Bar the 8 of us and 2 Italians, as far as I'm aware, right? There was a solid 30 people from the one community that showed up to that event, right? Or no, even more than that, sorry, 37. 37 would have showed up from that, because I know there was definitely 10 internationals, but the fact that they had 37 from one location show up, I think should not be underestimated or underemphasized either. It'll be interesting to see how they do a lot of stuff. I don't know if they could operate 2 a year potentially. There's a fly in my face. I don't know if they could operate 2. I think 1's probably the right number. 1, 2, 2 would be the right number. But then I also think, and I was talking to Murray about this, where I was like, I think that they should have EU and UK events. I think the UK should genuinely have its own scene. I think the EU should also have its own scene. Not to separate, it's not a whole Brexit means Brexit kind of pish, but I think the fact is there's far too many UK people who, I'm just going to be blank as fuck though as well, are either unwilling to travel, because I'll be honest with you, I definitely noticed an unwillingness to travel, which I think will also affect Glasgow, and I think it will. I've definitely seen an unwillingness to travel, for sure, from like a spectrum of players. But then I've also seen that like when it comes to the travel, it's incredibly awkward as well to fully fix. If you're not like us, I think us as the Scottish lot probably are the worst examples for this, because we very aggressively go, we're going to this event, and we make it work. We figure a way to Airbnb together, we figure a way to get the cheapest flights, we figure a way to cover all the travel costs, we work out how food's going. Like, we work as a genuine team, unless it's round 6, we work as a genuine team to make something happen. I think, especially down south, does not have that same. I don't know I don't know why, but that down south scenario in England doesn't seem to always be the same, or at least you. But I really don't know. It feels that way. Like, I think the fact that literally 2 people from England went to Spain kind of feels weird. Um, Obviously it was Mike, so he's going to travel to maximise his points to get his trip to Worlds paid for. Fair play. Dan wants a holiday and wants to also make some good points up. It's like, but there's so many more players, and obviously everyone's in different sets of life and stuff like that. I'm not saying everyone can just afford to go to Spain, obviously, but like I think it's just one of those scenarios where like there was a lot of chat about going, and then not a lot of chat about who actually went. So it was kind of, it just feels weird. But I think we're lucky up here where we're really, really close knit as a community, so that we kind of make these things work. So yeah, there was us eight plus two Italians. There might have been other internationals, but I'm pretty sure that was it. Which meant the rest of the other 37 were all Spanish players, again from the one section, the one region kind of thing, which is amazing. And yeah, we end up having like a really fun time. Day one was good. I played off against a Godzilla. I lost to Godzilla, partially more on my fault. I think I could have survived the turn that I messed up, but it is what it is. You make a mistake, and sometimes you get punished for it. Godzilla matchups very aggressively punish you for it. So I lost to the Godzilla, who ended up being in top eight anyway. So I lost to a very good player. I then played up against a Catman Biako, where I managed to pull a draw. He got a win off me straight away in game one, which was rough because I didn't know exactly what style of deck he was going to be running. Figured it out too late, and then I managed to pull back the draw, and I ran out of time potentially getting the win. Because we got the language barrier had some moments of complications, we'll say. Aye. There was some complications with the language barrier. Obviously there was a lot of people who genuinely just spoke Spanish, and there was a lot of people who spoke a little bit of both. Then there's people like me who don't even speak English. So there was like this kind of like there was a bit to be dealt with. The game against the Biako, we get told I could have swore they said that's time, and so like I had just get the win. I was like, well, if that's time, or I was like, there was like 5 minutes left in the round or something like that. No, it was 5 minutes left in the rounds. What it was it said, and I was like, well, in 5 minutes, I mean, I could technically win, but I also think that Biako could win. I think we both knew that. We goes, oh, we'll take the draw. And then we waited for ages. And I went, I don't think there was 5 minutes left in the round. Um, I don't think there was 5 minutes left in the round. I think there was a lot more time left in the round. And honestly, I think we should have then played it out. So I mean, that game could easily have been a win. Could have been a loss as well. To be fair, totally valid. Could have been either or. But it was just that fact that like, yeah, that was like one of the kind of communication breakdowns where I was like, that's a bit bugger kind of moment, because I was like, that could have been a win. So that draw was again a scenario where I ran out of time basically, but that one came with a bit of a weird caveat. Game after that, I play up against Deku, and the Dekus that were out there were really good. The one of them ends up winning the full event, but I managed to get a pretty comfortable win on Deku. I thought overall, I can't remember. I think I won 1-0 because we went a really long, prolonged game. I was constantly blowing up the board, setting them, stopping them, cancelling stuff. I was doing a lot where he just couldn't do his one punch mechanics, and yeah, we end up like going to like, I was like, I get the win. There was like no time left on the clock. They wanted to give me a 2-0 win, and I was like, no, I'll take the 1-0 because I didn't actually. You're kidding. Who the actual fuck? Can we hear a Hoover in the background? If there was ever a day to piss me off, I think it's today. Everything possible. So we end up like I took the 1-0. Oh, for fuck's sake, with the Hoover. what's the chances that Hoover goes back on like 5 seconds? Let's pretend we can continue. So I I found out later off by Murray actually though he was saying that I always thought that if you had a 2-0 win or a 1-0 win, it had a different strength of schedule. Oh, for fuck's sake! They can try. I don't know. I can check and proceed from the unit anytime. Jesus. So yeah, so we ended up I'm just waiting for it now. No, I was safe. I was safe from hoovering at random at 6 in the night. I think we're safe. No, not we're not safe. I give up. I give up. Holy, holy shit. This has to be the most scuffed stream ever. I'm just gonna go through the photos. I'm just gonna go through the photos because actually, like, I'm so fucked off. Aye, so Matt and that were playing. That was day 2 though. So Scott, this photo was because Scott checked 2-2s, and I refused for him to let him hide that from his that he got a 2 build. I don't even think he got a 2 build. I think he got a 1 build or a no build. I can't remember what he did. But yeah, we ended up played out day 1. As I say, Emma and Matt could have had a top 8 finish. Didn't happen. So there was like 11, 12, 13, 19, 24 for me, and Murray at 30th. So we all finished in top 32, which is totally great. And then 3 of the 6 of us finished in top 16, which is also even great. Again, one could have finished in top 8, as much as I'm saying. And oh, come on, T. Fuck with that fucking cunt in Hoover. Gee, who the fuck Hoovers at 6 at night? Had all fucking day to Hoover. I wasn't in. I wasn't in. How bad does the noise gate cancel that? How bad can we hear the Hoover in this scenario? Because for me, it's loud as fuck. But if he's going to be doing that all night, I'm just going to scrap this because that's fucking like, yeah. We're going to do this tomorrow, everybody. Too much is happening in my house today. We're going to do this tomorrow because I'm trying to talk and I've got a fucking Hoover now in the background. You can't hear it. Oh my god, the noise gate. If you legit can't hear that, that noise gate's amazing. Because I genuinely feel as if it's in the back of my ear. You can't hear it, or will you just say, I'll continue then, I'll just deal with it then. I'll just deal with it if you can legit not hear it. The noise gate on this mic's fucking great. It's loud as shit. But okay, we'll just deal with it. If you can't hear it, fucking YOLO, let's go. So yeah, so good finishes by all of us. Like I wasn't happy with my finish, only because I switched deck going into the week. I fucking shouldn't have done it, and it happens every fucking event. Like, I took a different approach to this event, which was I was there for a lot of fun. I was there, but if I didn't do the bonus was if I didn't do well, I was in Spain. So like it's a win-win really. Like that was my whole thing. But I also was really kind of emphasizing on wanting to get as much points for Worlds. Basically, you need 160 in order to get the day 2 qualification for Worlds. That's ideally what I've been aiming for. And I just keep. I felt. I think my problem with this year was obviously I had the stroke at the start of the year, so Chelmsford was a write off. This one was like play. That's so crazy loud. I'm also going to kill this fucking fly that keeps like floating in my way. So like Chelmsford was a write off. So like I'm down an event basically on that one. I come to Spain and I basically didn't do as well as I had planned. But again, I think I switched. I think I had a plan for the Earth version. I switched to Chaos, and all based off of decks that Murray showed. I actually did think were going to be there, which I thought made sense. The fact those decks weren't there meant that the version I was playing on Earth, I think beat a lot more of the matchups that I hit in general, and a lot of the matchups I saw, the Earth version should have been what I played. So I kind of kicked myself a wee bit because I'm like, I probably could have had a better result. The three draws, as I say, are just rough because it was me running out of time sometimes as well. There's now a moth in here. Oh, for God's sake! Everything to distract us. So like we ended up like the three draws, as I say, could very easily have been wins for us. They also could have very easily been losses as well, to be fair to my opponents. And it is what it is. Like, but I kind of went into this one where I had played a lot more test matches to really figure out what I was taking. I think it was fucking stupid. The switch wasn't crazy because it's what I've been playing, but the switch from what I was looking at playing was too big a switch. Um, so it is what it is. I think I'm now in 36 in the EU for points wise. I mean, which isn't crazy considering the start of the year I wasn't even on the board. I'm not even going to actually complain because I have like quite considerably jumped up the ranks to 36 when I was literally not even in the top 100 initially. And Thomas is there, he's in like 60 something, Murray's there, all the guys, everyone's there. So like it was that scenario where I'm like, maybe I'm beating myself up for nothing. But yeah, we play Saturday, we then go for cocktails and stuff. They went for food, I went for drinks. Because that was like my one day where I was allowed to drink basically properly. Like, well, I'm saying properly, have more than one. As I say, I had a beer on the Friday with a meal, kind of thing. Doesn't really count. Um, but then had actual cocktails slash had like one other beer, and then, even then I had a sips of it. Travis Kelce proposed to Taylor Swift. Yeah, of course he did. She's rich and fit. No, no, still. But fair enough. So so we ended up like yeah, we went for drinks, and then the day after we were like, right, we'll go show some face. Because I think they had some side events, but the side events are a weird one. I'm not too sold on certain side events other than the ones I specifically like retro. So I had 10 retro decks I'd built, and I says, well, I'm taking them. Had already talked to Barkus and Magic Mundo Magic, and I was like, right, I'm bringing these 10 decks so you have something to play with when it comes to retro, because the way Spain's basically worked is it's such a new community. They only came in with like set 2, so even set 1 stuff they were missing to a degree, and anything prior to that's non-existent. It's essentially it. So unless somebody goes out their way to buy older stuff, there's not really a scene for retro. So I gave them a really pretty decent starter bundle so that they have 10 decks. Do you know what I mean? So they can mess about with that. People can win the decks, whatever Mundo wants to do with the decks, up to them, kind of thing. They give people win the decks, or just keep them as like kind of like almost like pre-cons basically, or something on those levels. From there, like I managed to get a bunch of games in for retro, which was good. Played a couple against Barkus, played against a couple against Powell. I think that's how it says. Oh god, the names will be bad for me. And then play a couple other games with some other people, and like it was a lot of fun. Like I had a lot of fun. So yeah, we played a bunch. I told them keep all the stuff. I did some anti-trades, as I call it, where I had a bunch of folders, which was just extra stuff, and it was literally just a scenario of if you need a card from it, just take it, kind of thing. So like I think a lot of people were really happy. I don't even know if I've got them at hand. They're in one of the boxes somewhere. I'll have to get them later. A lot of them were just getting me dice. No, I fucking love dice, to be fair. So like, well, let me see if I actually get dice. It shouldn't be too. So, lots of people that were then doing stuff were giving me. I don't know if this will show up well. So the warning team, if it wants to, we will focus. I want that to focus. Well, we're gonna get that to work. Fuck yes. It's such a cool dice. Oh, so there we go. So it says the warranty it has a logo on it. So they've got their own dice. That's as much as you're getting because that was incredibly awkward. So yeah, they gave me a bunch of them, a bunch of these dice, which I love. Like that is the dice I'm gonna use. Also the pink as well. So like I'm immediately sold. So I'm like I'm taking all these dice in, loving it, and then I can't remember exactly what card it was. Somebody needed a card. Somebody needed a card, and they were one of the Ghidorah players, and like I think I'd hit one of their holy grails basically, and it just says have it kind of thing. So they play Ghidorah, and when Ghidorah dies, you lose a counter. So they were using this kind of dice. I don't know if this will show up well, and it's got a wee eye in it, and the eye moves around and shit. It's fucking awesome. He actually gave me one of his Ghidorah dice, and I didn't realize it fully initially what he meant by it until somebody explained this is what he uses his counters, which is just awesome. Like honestly, like it's the smallest, it's the small things that matter as such, and like just lovely people. The whole community was so nice. Like it's actually crazy to think they've just been like in their own bubble, doing their own thing, and honestly doing it slightly better than most of us, to be honest. That level of event, I think, should be what UVS games are should be aiming for events to be. I think we need to get away from the idea that winning is the only thing that matters. I actually think that's what's ruining the game, to be honest. I know it's a competitive card game. You can play to win, but I think when you eliminate any form of aspect of fun for a win, which seems to be happening in America, seems to be kind of happening in the UK scenes. It's not happening in Spain. There was people playing for a win, but they were playing stuff they wanted to play and had access to as well. And honestly, it was a totally different ball game. I couldn't have rated it any better. And I think a lot of people need to. Like, I think a lot of the outward community need to like take a note of that and be like, hey, this actually is how we should be getting new. This is how you get new players in. You make the game actually fun and not just sweaty. Like I think that's something that we need to look at, and I think it's something UVS games should look at. This is how events should be run. The one in Spain, I think, is the way it should be done because everyone that was doing side events wasn't doing it for the fucking tickets. They weren't trying to break boss battles for extra tickets. They weren't trying to math out. I mean, this is the thing, right? We've got people like trying to figure out how you can finish a boss battle in the least amount of time with a team to maximize prize ball tickets. I think that defeats the purpose of the prize wall. Like, I actually think the prize wall was one of the best things we've ever put into the game. Immediately by how can we break it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got a video coming out soon about how to break it because I'm kind of hoping it'll actually cause a lot of change. I hope it ruffles a shit ton of feathers because we've figured out there's like a way you could end a boss battle like like instantly faster than the Karasu style that the Americans have and stuff. I think that's still fast as well, to be fair. But yeah, no, we figured out an even faster way just through just genuine laughter. Because somebody did something really funny, and then we realised, oh, actually, you can manipulate the shit out of that. I'm going to put it out there because I genuinely think it will change how they do the boss battles. Because I think the boss battles do need to have a little bit of tweaking to it. Or if you're going to do it for prize wall tickets, I actually think there should be a minimum amount of time, or the health has to increase for some of these bosses, maybe. So yeah, so Sunday we end up um, chilling with everybody, playing a lot of retro games, playing a lot of Spanish Standard, which is everything from My Hero Set 1 onwards. I fucking love Spanish Standard. I played a couple of Murray's decks, and I went, I'm missing out on this. Like, this is like an additional format that we can 100% run. So I'm looking at building one for this weekend in case people are bringing stuff in for Spanish Standard. If they're not, I'm still going to build it. Maybe we build it on stream actually as well. Could be a good shout. If DbD is going to not be playing ball. I'm going to try and fix that hopefully so we can have it going tomorrow. Because tomorrow's what, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. That's fine. Yeah, I'll try and work it out for Wednesday so we can play some DbD and we'll see what happened. I think it's what I think happened was it's Tuesday and Steam always messes up on a Tuesday. So I think that's what's happened. So it's not the end of the world. But yeah, from there, um, we after Sunday, Sunday we did the games. I can't remember what else we did on Sunday. I feel like we did something. I don't think we just went back to the house and chilled. But Monday, Emma made a really fuck. It might actually have been the best suggestion. But listen, the castle was great. I enjoyed the castle. I don't know if it's just me getting old. I think it is just me getting old, right? But I fucking loved a good museum, right? So we went to, remember I showed you earlier on with the photos with the bull ring? We went to the bull ring and it's actually a museum now. I think it still does actual events and stuff. It's like it's a whole thing, but it's got like a on the off season. It's like a museum kind of tour. You have the wee thing to your ear and stuff like that. And it was massively informational. Like I didn't know actually anything about bullfights to before it. Um, but there was like flags, like there's fucking flags in bullfighting, right? Like an orange flag means that the bulls fought so exceptionally well that they won't kill it. Um, there's like a white flag from the audience is to take an ear off the bull. Because you take the ear off the bull as a trophy of winning the fight. An exceptional matador would be awarded both ears. White or red, I think. What was red again? Red was the bull isn't being like it's being meek. I think's what they used as the word. So it's not being like aggressive enough. So like red means that they would put another taper through it, which is like a kind of speary thing. Um, a batshit, a batshit for the bull because they're colorblind, so it's just a flag. A bit shit for the. I thought I said a bat shit. I went, what the fuck does that mean? A bit shit for the bull because they're colorblind, so it's just a flag. Turns out, I don't think that's actually fully true. Because they're trained. They're trained to like register with different flags. That's why the color red or pink is what I discovered. It's pink apparently mostly is used. Because it's like it's not like a color. They are colorblind in the sense, but like the coloration or something like that, whatever it is something that they register to, something like that. But there was some crazy stuff. So like I can't remember like a matador basically can get like the 2 years, but if he performs so exceptionally well, they would actually just fully cut the head off the bull, and then he keeps that as a trophy. So you'll see like a bunch of them. This guy over here was like some like legend of the matadors and stuff like that. I can't remember names exactly to be fair. Um, and again, I just start taking photos of Scott. So like, there was loads of these bulls heads like all the way throughout the whole thing. Like there's the whole circle and stuff. So you'll see a bunch, and then there's like all these different like posters and stuff. And some of them weren't even that old. There was one that was like 1969 and stuff like that, which was mental. There's me holding the wee phone thing because I didn't discover it had a lanyard until like way later. Um, but there's like loads of the whole place was massive. Like this whole place was massive. Can't remember what photos were taken. Yeah, so there was like a chapel and stuff. Obviously, where people go to like the matadors and that would go to pray and stuff. We found Murray looked like a photo, and then there's some of these ones. Some of these photos are mental. So we actually you go all the way into the infirmary, and the infirmary was fucking awesome. Man, I felt like I was back in work. But I don't know if I see like that's all the different breeds and stuff. And then look at that guy's arse that got impaled. Just saying, right? Like that's as graphic as we can get as such. But it was mental. Like the place is like and it was still in use. This place was still in use as well. Um, trying to remember what else. Like, so there's all this is like where the bulls would come in from. So this big gate, big fucking troll gate, is mental. More bullheads. Like there was fucking hundreds of bullheads. Like, And then like one of the facts I found out was like, so basically the bulls are given like silly amount of land. I think there's something like 300,000 acres worth of land, right? That they rear and breed these bulls, right? So these bulls just get free roam of like acres of land. Um, and what ends up happening is most, as far as I'm aware, most die. Is what I think I got from it, right? Because if the president, so actually, I should have stated the presidents who uses the different flags. I think there was one that was blue for something. There was the orange one says the bull gets to live, which has only ever happened something like 6 times in history. Which I don't know. I don't know. That kind of skews it a wee bit, to be fair. But like, basically, if a bull just fucking wrecks shit and does a great job and doesn't die, like yeah, then it gets to like live, and it gets to live back on those acres, and it will never have to be in the fighting pits again, basically, as such. It's kind of like the gladiator that like wins his freedom, essentially, as such. But otherwise they're just like free roaming to fuck. um the horses, I found out there's like multiple styles of bullfighting as well. Like, I never knew this shit at all. So like, one of them still looks pretty brutal, but the grand scheme of things, to be fair, as an educational point, it is a blood sport, basically, right? It is essentially going to have death attached to either the matador or the bull. It's more 99% of the time. So like, if you're on that kind of like activist animal cruelty thing, I'm with you to a degree. Like, I'm with you. I'm just saying what the history is for people who are like, oh, he likes bullfighting. I like the one when they do it with the wee cape and shit, and like at worst, like they put the wee caps on the horns so you can't be impaled. I like that one. I didn't like the one where, so they get the cape one, and then there's one where there's like two set of spikes, right? It's like wee prods, like wee thin spears, right? And the idea is you get the bull charges you, and you've got to get out of the way of the bull, but then impale the bull with the two spikes. I didn't like that one as much, mainly because we watched a video where we got our photos done. I'll show you that in a second. And we're watching a video of them being free railmen, and then we've seen the bull fighting with all the different styles. And that one, I didn't like it as much, only because I know it's a blood sport and shit, right? But the bull will be stabbed a bajillion times. The bull gets stabbed a fair few amount of times. There was one scene where the thing must have had about 4 or 5 on each side, and it's and that kind of thing. And I don't think they're massive spikes, but they're enough for the dig into it. Like, they're breaking the skin, they're breaking muscle probably, and you could just see like blood pouring from like the sides. Basically, they're just caked in blood because they're obviously running about, adrenaline's up, so they're pumping blood. I didn't like that. I wasn't a fan of that, to be fair. Um, I like the idea of the, well, hey, can I win like that one, for instance? I like that sort of scenario. Like, I think there's a world where you can have bullfighting as an entertainment form, where the bull, like, to see how there's like the wee spikes in it. That's what I'm talking about. I might be able to show something better. This photo was This one was done in 1992. This photo was only a year older than me, which is mental. So then this thing here, these down bits is where the bulls would be. I don't know if I take a photo of it because I kind of shat myself a little bit because I didn't realize how high it was. I did. There you go. So like, so there's like all this sort of stuff, and then there's all these different photos. Like, I wish I'd taken one that was a bit zoomed in. So this is like this is the actual thing. This is the actual thing. So in that background there, the big thing at the top, that's the fucking castle. That's the Santa Barbara Castle in the background. Which is actually really cool because I think we get a good photo with it in a bit. But yeah, down here there's a big stage, but it's a big circle. It's just one big super circle of sport. And again, more photos of Scott. And then yeah, so as I say, they've got a stage because now they use it. There's the castle up there. There you go. There's the castle up there. So we climbed all the way to the top of that. Impressive, I know. And yeah, so we end up like, well, looking at this whole place, big circle, big stage, because they do like actual performances and stuff in it. So it's now used as more of a general like arena, basically like an open top arena, rather than just bullfighting. But they do still bullfighting on like 2 points of the year. Can't remember which now though. Right, let's see if we get the castle one. I would take a couple of photos with the castle. Well, we attempted to. I think apparently that was it. This is that's like a mock up of what it looks like, right? That's El Toro. Um, and then like other get ups and stuff. Like the get ups are cool. But again, like look how many bulls heads are in this. Like this place is like it was full to the brim. It was fucking packed with just bull heads everywhere. Because obviously it, that must just be how many die essentially. Which again is an eye opener to it. To be fair, if I'm being honest, because you definitely go into the scenario knowing getting photos of Scott. You definitely go into the scenario knowing that like 99.9% of them die. Do you know what I mean? You're not escaping that scenario. Um, but it's part of the history, isn't it? It's part of the culture and the history as well, which is why I was fucking loving this place. But look at the size of the thing as well, man. Like this thing was a lot closer to take a selfie, and that thing is massive. Like and that's not even like the biggest. That's not like the big ones either, which is crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I was trying to take photos, and people kept walking in the way, as you can see. It was becoming problematic. I just wanted one photo. So like, so Scott was trying to do this VR thing, which was basically showing them free roaming and stuff. And obviously, I was getting the we were just taking photos at every possible opportunity of Scott. We hid from Scott at one point, and he just fucked off. These things, I didn't take a proper zoomed in photo. Do you know how when you get like the pins that've got like the colour, right? You put the wee pin in. They're all pins. That's what somebody's done, and they've done loads of them. I don't. This thing here. So we took this thing here showed like the bull fighting part, but I don't think I took any. I didn't take any photos of the bit. Then you get to walk out onto the thing as well, and the place is big. Like the place is big. I take a bunch of photos, mostly of Scott, mostly of Scott, still of Scott. And then that one there is where the president sits. Basically, he sits up at that top bit, and then throws out the flag of whatever color and stuff. Again, it was like blue, red, orange was like the colors and stuff. And I can't remember. Like I know red was prod it because it's not being aggressive enough. I know orange was it's what do you call it? It's a free bull. I think blue was it was to take the head of the bull. I think as the prize as a trophy, because the crowd would wave the white flags, and for the waving the white flags, they're saying that the matador has done well enough where he should be given a trophy. And again, the trophy is the ears, but it's only one ear unless they did exceptionally well, and then they get both ears. Um, as such, but the whole place was massive. That's where the bulls would come down from as well. But the place is actually big when you think about it, and we've seen some of the videos, and then we actually got to hold the Matador cape as well. Again, I took a bunch of videos of this. I'll have to get them up later. Um, but so I had at least one. That cape though is heavy as fuck. That cape is not a light thing. That which was cool. And then there was like the bull thing outside and stuff. Again, now we're going into territory, so I don't know where we're at. Because I don't think I take many photos after this. I have just random photos of Scott. There you go. And then we ended the Monday night, sorry, with a Mortal Kombat cube draft. I played Goro. I played Goro. Emma played Cassie. Murray played Ermac. Oh fuck! What did Scott play? Devora. Adam played. Well, Matt played Raiden. What the fuck did Adam play? Oh my god, I have no idea what Adam played. Takeda. He played Takeda. That's what it was. And then we're back to the start. But the whole holiday was fucking awesome. Like the whole thing was amazing. It was such a good. I had like such a crazy good time. The fact I've also been Adam played for a draw. Yeah, yeah. I had a good time. I had a fun time. Um, the fact I've also been invited back out as well, along with some of the Dobbers have been invited back out, hopefully in December, means that I might actually be in Spain again in December. Which I kind of think that could be fun. That's going to be fun. I hope I'm able to go as such, but Barker's going to find out roughly what kind of dates they do. Basically, the Warning team do a thing where they have like a weekend where they're playing the full weekend. So they do some stuff on the Friday, Saturday, and the Sunday. And I was like, oh, if I can make it, I will definitely be coming to that. I do want to learn a bit of Spanish though, because I feel as if like I would like to not be. I think that Barker was saying it's definitely easy for them to learn English, but I feel as if it should be a two-way street, and I should definitely learn some Spanish as well. So we might do Spanish lessons on stream. Not no joke. I actually think that could be something we do. Because I was kind of thinking about some languages and stuff like that I'd like to learn. The other one I want to learn that's hard is German, but that one's a genuine hard language to learn. Like unless you're just aggressively shouting. So like, because my cousins used to be in Germany, and I always wanted to learn it, and I never get around it yet. I need to learn English as well, to be fair, before anyone fucking says it. I know somebody's going to say it. No hablo English. So like, so you wouldn't even say. So I don't even think you would say no. I think you would actually say sin, because I think sin means no. I have a standard grade 2 in Spanish. We should actually do this though, right? I'm not joking though, right? See if I once it's payday, right? I'm gonna look up like Rosetta Stone. No means no. No means no, but sin means no. Sin means sin. Sin mass is no meat. See, I picked up sit. Is it without? Without? Ah, sin means without. Ah, without meat. Ah, sin mass. I can't remember what apples means again. Mandeas is apples. I would like a Mandeas. I think that's what it was. Murray's going to shout now because that's like the one thing he told me the whole week was what apples means. Aye. But yeah, I would like to learn it. I think it would be quite fun. Like and not to be like, oh, I need to be able to speak fluently in it, but enough where I know what some of the words mean. Where it's like, apples doesn't mean apples. No, it's got a word. Shut up, you. It's got apples. Apples it's different. It's Mendes. I think it's Mendes. I might be butchering that now. But that'll be fun. That could be fun. Hopefully, so basically for tomorrow, hopefully 12 p.m. Hopefully I have DbD working. I'm going to after stream today, kind of fix it. Because as I say, last night what we did was we played this draft all the way till like 3 in the morning. I think it was I think it was about 2ish before when we tapped it. Because our flights were at 20 to 8 in the morning. 20 to 8 or 20 to 7. It was 20 to 8. Aye, our flights were like 20 to 8 in the morning. So the thing was, there was like absolutely no reason going to sleep. Because you'd have to get there for like 4ish, sort of thing. Especially to get through like customs and all that sort of stuff as well, not knowing the airport and stuff. So like yeah, we left the accommodation with Scott, me, Murray, not me, Murray, me, Matt, and Adam, and Scott left at like 3:30 in the morning. And got there for about 4ish. So we got through customs, not too bad. I think every airport's a fucking shambles, man. Every airport seems to fucking dick about with not having like a great system. I don't think I've actually been to a single airport in my entire puff where I can say that wasn't awkward, like that wasn't a hassle. Even going through Glasgow's a bastard. Like that whole going through Glasgow. The only thing Glasgow's got better at is you don't have to take your fucking shoes off anymore. See the fucking places that make you take your fucking shoes off. Get them in the sea. Like, oh, it does my tits in. As such, because you end up carrying like a bajillion things, and it's like, just, you know what, just strip us down and fucking put the gloves on. Like, honestly, it does my box in. I have no patience for the airports at all. I have no patience. I'm really bad in airports. I get really annoyed too easily. But the holiday was fucking fantastic. I'm still now off on holiday for this week. I don't go back until some point next week. I don't know when. I'm going to actually have to message somebody tonight and find out if they know the rota. But the holiday was great. The players were. I have to say it. I honestly think the Spanish players were actually are the best community currently in universities. The Scottish, I'm going to say we are a very biased close second, but only because the bias has to pull us down a bit, because I would say we are the best. Because technically we are, because I would say we travel for every event possible, whereas a lot of other communities won't. I know why the Spanish won't, because they're still growing as a community, and they don't play it as super serious as well. So like, because they're not like, they were playing it serious, I should say, but like they weren't playing it like, oh my god, it's death if I don't win. Whereas like, take me for instance, I was going over with primary goal was to try and get as many points as possible. Secondary goal, fun. Third goal, more fun. Fourth goal, in the sun. And fifth goal, with a pint. Like, my thing started from a competitive nature, but then rapidly goes to community based. Whereas I think a lot of the Spanish were more community based into a win, which I actually think was the better way to do it, to be honest. So yeah, because everyone that was playing retro with me and stuff like that was just having a blast. They were getting to see all these old cards and being like, "How is this not banned?" And then try to explain some cards that they were like should be banned, and I'm trying to explain weren't actually that good in standard. Like, was like quite funny. Um, I can't even think what else we did. Like, because we didn't do it a lot, but we did enough, kind of thing. I got some paints from one of the game stores. I got a pack from one of the other comic stores, and then the others were more like pop finally stuff, and I was running low on cash because I only took like €200 with us, came back with about 10. Like, I basically went with like 50 a day was the kind of idea. And I gave the cocktail person, we gave them a tip, so that kind of killed one of the days of the budget, but not by too much. But I want to go back to Spain more often. Like, I actually think for the cost of how much it was, like, I could honestly see myself doing it like next year as well. Oh, oh man. Again, I've not slept for a while. I've had like power naps, but not actual sleeping. But yeah, like no, it was fun. Like, I definitely want to go back in December because I think it'll be colder in December, but not by much. But I would like the idea of going back. I was saying when they're doing their store championships. I says honestly, I'd be quite happy to travel over for some store championships because the price it costs to get down to some points in England is almost the same, if not more expensive, than to get to Spain. Like, because I was saying to them, like, if I fly to Spain, I could fly early in the morning, get there for the event starting, right? Play the event, and then if realistically could honestly just fly back that night, or you just go to the airport that night because the flight's like, because if the finishes at like 6, 7 ish, you could probably catch those 9, 10 o'clock flights, or you just crash at the airport for a few extra hours and get the first flight home in the morning. There's so many easy ways, and I could happily sit in an airport and just like sleep, wake up, go through security, kind of thing, go home. Like, easy, easy. I think that's such an easy scenario to do. Like, because that's basically what we did today to an extent. We were there for like a good 5, 6 hours in the grand scheme of things. We weren't actually, we were there for about 4, but that's not the point. Um, so like, yeah, I would do that. I think Murray was up for doing that as well, to be fair. And I think we could probably get a few of the guys doing it, and a few people could do it, just to get out there more often, because I think that would help give the Spanish community a bit more of a kind of additional voice internationally. Is probably what I'd say. Like, because I don't think a lot. I think I know a couple of them are on like the Discords and stuff like that. I know Dio and Barcus are. And then be able to have like people be like, oh, if somebody's saying this, have somebody else from outside of their community be able to like back it up, makes a lot of sense. Um, but yeah, it was good. I was looking forward to it. Now, the main challenge is Glasgow is the next event. Glasgow's the next event. Next regionals is in Glasgow. So the first one was Chelmsford, then it was Spain, then it's Glasgow for the EU. But I was actually talking about maybe try to like push to be a commentator at it instead of playing, so that we've got an actual Scottish person on the commentary. Well, it doesn't even have to be necessarily just because I'm Scottish, but just have somebody from the Europe commentating on the European games, because I genuinely think when you're commentating, the best commentary we've had is when the commentary team know the players with a bit more insight. And I think in America, obviously the commentators know the players and it works really well. I think they I think when they commentate the international games, unless it's like one to maybe four names, I'm not saying they don't have a fucking clue, right? But there's no ability to do any real research without knowing the person, and I don't think it works. Thomas had like brought up a million really good points about it as well when they were talking about things like Ghidorah and stuff like that, and they just don't like Ghidorah, and it's like right, cool. But then all it felt as if they were doing was bashing on the Ghidorah. Sadly, it happened to be Adam, so like some of it justified after what he did in round six, but otherwise at the same time, kind of like why are we bashing characters? Like just talk about the fucking game. Like, but it is also a tough role. Like being able to commentate, talk about the game, being just active enough within the chat and stuff like that. But I think that's something they could also do. I'll feel like a lot of times like they're commentating so heavily on the game and nothing else that I think that then becomes play by play. I also would like to be able to do some kind of interviews and stuff like that, and kind of like I don't know if UBS would be able to do this, but give me a fucking camera so I can walk around is what I want to do as well. Like I want to be able to like action shot, go to table and stuff when it's like during the ad rolls and stuff, like when we're between rounds. Like I would be running player interviews. I'd be running deck profiles of like the decks we'd just seen and stuff like that. And here's this sort of stuff, or here's like a deck we've not seen yet. Like, because we'll be able to see all the deck lists. Like once round ones goes, so like there'll be definitely some spicy decks. Then also being able to talk to people and stuff like that, be able to talk to the TO and stuff like that, see how they're doing, talk to some of the vendors on site. In our case, would be like Card Goblin. But again, like an American's not going to know that, and it's not a bash. It's just generally how it is. It's the same how like there's a high chance that like on a player level, I'll not know half the people in America, so it wouldn't make sense for me to necessarily commentate too heavily on like American level events or Oceania level events. I think there needs to be that person from the region for sure. I think that and it's something I'm going to try and push for. I'm definitely going to leave a message with UVS games about it as such because I just feel as if it's something that needs to be happening. On top of that, other people suggested it in the main Discord as well, to be fair, about it being like me and Richard, who was formerly of UK Versus, soon to be a dauber, because I'm just going to invite him. Or a doubler, maybe, depending on because of the performance. So, like, yeah, it was good. There's loads of stuff to work on and think on. As I say, I might not be, if I can maybe petition as much as possible to become a commentary aspect of it. You might see me on the UVS Games Twitch soon, maybe, hopefully. That'd be really fun. I'd like to do that. Um, Funny how we all want to be dobblers now. I know. You set up just at the right moment, Thomas. That's what's happened. You've set up just for the fall to happen. But no, I'm looking forward to the Dobblers Unite. Yeah, Dobblers United could be the new one. That is it. That's the new branch. It's not even the new branch. It's just the new way. You know, it's like Rangers Nuco basically is what it is. Oh, so no, I enjoyed this. Like this week's going to be a bit packed, as I say. Tomorrow we're going to try and play DbD if everything's working. If it's not, um, I will have something as an actual backup. Now that I know that's the thing, time to gatekeep the superior team. True. We also have at Saturday. So tomorrow, Wednesday, stream. Thursday, I'm going to actually be doing coursework. Friday, probably stream. Um, Saturday, we are going to Quinn's new store, Session Zero, for the first time to play in a win a box event for universities. So I'm looking forward to that. Going to figure out what kind of box it is we're winning, but a box is a box to be fair. So I'm like, okay, depending on what we're playing, maybe play something sweaty to win a box, then we can open it on stream or something. If it's turtles, I think that definitely happens. I think if it's an older box, we'll probably just draft out the packs and stuff like that. What else? Sunday pre-release eventually for turtles happening in Dominion down in there. So there's a box of Cocoa Puffs. True, could be. I'd hand them out. I don't like Cocoa Pops. If it's win a box and I win, I'll let you open it on stream. Ooh. It depends on what box it is, but I think it would be quite cool if any box if we open it on stream. I wouldn't be opposed to that, to be fair, because I'm a great guy being a doubler. Oh no. So yeah, that's the week. The week is packed, as I say. We've had this kind of like scuffed start to stream, but now it's actually been a very good end stream. To be fair, we definitely recovered on it. It's good to know how much the noise gate on that mic actually cancels out the noise. I honestly don't know how you didn't hear that because the Hoover felt as if it was like here on my ears. I'm not even joking. That's why I was like, how the hell do you? I honestly thought like, oh, you're not want to listen because you just hear a Hoover. Um, but yeah, so as I say, tomorrow try and get DbD. If we don't get DbD working, we're going to look at making a Nomu Spanish standard deck. Is what we're going to look at. See, we have plans in motion. We have them all set. And then on Friday, we're going to try again DbD because I think 2v8 is still up as such. I'm going to try and fix it by now in general and see what happened. I think it's just because we're on a Tuesday and Steam always has a scenario of buggering up. Saturday, Sunday, I'm more than a little busy. The following week, I have no idea when I'm working yet, so that one we'll figure out tomorrow and be able to talk about it. Other than that, the daily Twitch, TikToks, and YouTube shorts will be going back up live. I went to do some of them, and I didn't schedule them correctly, so I know they didn't go out as such. So I must have done something wrong, or I've not scheduled it, but I pushed schedule correctly because I thought I was safe. I thought I'd be like, oh, I'm good till like Monday, and then today I could have sorted it as such. But it turns out not. That's all went belly up. But that said, I have so many of them where I'm like, I'm happy to be, I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to like aggressively schedule the rest in though, and then I'm going to look at a couple more streams and then just keep doing that. So there's just this consistent rolling daily upload. By doing that, it's going to be great because I think that's the way forward. Shorts are definitely the way forward for a lot of the kind of content we do because it's mostly DbD related. Occasionally, I might try and make like a proper full video for some stuff in DbD scenarios. Like one of the ones I was looking at. Oh, sorry, guys. One of the ones I was looking at was actually like, see when we have like really bad games, like the really sort of toxic kind of games. I'm obviously we're like buffing out the names so we never see the names because I'm not that kind of person. Like it's not like a hate raid scenario, but I just like the idea of being like, what would somebody do in this situation? Like for instance, like when we get all the flashlight squads and I'll slug at that point. Like I find that a very optimal strategy because if you don't pick up, they don't get a flashlight, is what it is. And if they're going in with all flashlights for that being the style of squad, like that, how do they change? Do you know what I mean? How do they change? There's a couple of that sort of style. On the Dauber front though, we have a shit ton of videos looking at getting planned. One of them I'm going to record tomorrow, which is just my Godzilla deck profile for the regional there, because we're going to get them all to do it. But what I'm going to be doing is doing a little spiciness with it, which will be really, really cool. Hopefully, if I can get it working, I should be able to get it working. But if I can't, I'll figure it out. But otherwise, that's the majority of everything for today. I am going to tap out. It is a bit early. Is it a super early stream? It is mostly because, as I say, I'm trying to get DbD to like launch, and it's just being a bugger. What I'm actually going to do is update all the other games that we're trying to update because maybe that's what's causing it to bug out as well, which would not shock me if there's because some random downloads attempting to happen. Something's happened. We'll figure it out. But I will see you all tomorrow for, as I say, DbD if it works, in which case I get to play 2v8 finally, or Nomu Spanish Standard Edition, which I am actually really looking forward to now because we might even build more than just Nomu, to be honest with you, because I want to try and be able to build it in person. So I will catch you all tomorrow for some DbD or deck building, and yeah, look out for the YouTube shorts and TikToks because they will be starting back again tomorrow. And if you're on for here for the Daubers, look out for Shimline Saturdays starting back up on Saturday. The video was supposed to go live when I flew out. It got corrupted and I had to can it basically, and I had to can the shorts attached to it because the audio got corrupted. I noticed the audio on the shorts for the last week's one also got corrupted, but I didn't notice because it actually kept the audio in even though it was deleted, which is interesting. So it must have been like a second file that I've not seen. It must have been two audio files. So they will start back up on Saturday, where it is the start of the new round two. And we've got all the pairings in and stuff like that. So I think initially the idea was it was just going to be the trailer episodes, but I'm just going to dive straight into round two basically, and it might be a slightly longer video because I'll be explaining the fact that we're in round two, but we'll make it work. So yeah, lots of videos coming out this week, along with lots and lots of Daubers content being planned for the future, which is I'm really happy to now see. So yeah, we're going to tap out there, everybody. Thank you very much as always for watching. I've been It's Just Sea Dog. You